second and I'm place to me, space and still place. I'm a jam your plan shootless. Oh God, you're not gonna take me serious. Till when they just reach and I pull and get. Till when we then chop a seat, I'm gonna tool. Till I didn't realize we get these people and the music. One if they know say I'm gonna rush, I'm gonna do this. One if they know say I'm gonna see quite of a notice. Someone pull me and say flow, I just was in case. My God, you come tell them say man, I have a son to blame. Them man go get the game, but not to let them know. You just a man, but you see me before me go hard. My girl, you get it, put in me, then you get it, then I'm back in realize that one man, you gotta see your bastards. Step up with the red shirt, but still that. I was seeing this with black Balenciaga, so you don't know me, I'm not letting me out of a class. So me, I tell you what you need, my world. No way, me, I'm my world. I know that you got a child, and I'm killing it, and you're fucking world. That's not so my world. No way, me, I'm my world. Just in a right for up down. Then make a love to walk up on the tree. Then we knock them down, then touch it on them. If you them want to like them, want to feel alright, then everybody them like. Put up your hand if you want it, and if you want to feel. Put up your hand if you want to win, so what's the target? If you make it, you want to win, if you want to win. And if you got the devil, you should be teaching system. Don't fuck your love, shit, don't shit it. Check them cars, man, I'm not seeing this. No, I think you're dead, no matter what I'm reading. Together, you're missing the mother, son of motherfucking race. So me, I tell you, man, me, you're wrong. No way, me, you're wrong. Push nothing, people, so sure, say no matter. Yes, we want worry. You can't go jail, I need them, man, worry. I swear to God, I need
Of thermal mechanics conduct or bring about what we call a highly conductive DX19 material, which was used when manufacturing this device. Because of that, the device will always remain
the Huawei devices
very new
revolutionary trend
for making this that is being brought about by Huawei.
Without taking much of your time,
the high performance therefore does not always mean hot. So together with this new mechanical and thermal design, your Mate 8, like the one that I'm holding, can run fast but always stay cool. The next feature is possibly one of my favorites on the Huawei Mate 8.
Is a Chinese multinational ICT company established in
more than 2 days of
1987.
uninterrupted.
Basically, Huawei is divided into 3 business groups. We've got the carrier business group. This is the group that focuses on
You'll find that with
providing
the Huawei
services, solutions,
Mate
and
7.
equipment to telecommunication companies.
A normal
both fixed
user
and mobile.
was lasting
We also have
or
the
had the
enterprise
device
business
working
unit.
for at
Now,
least
this business unit
2.3
provides solutions
days.
and services to the private
and then
sector,
heavy,
to government
sorry, my
and
apologies,
non-governmental organizations.
heavy
And then
user
we've got last
was
but
using
not
the
least,
device for
consumer
at least
business group.
1.38
This is the group that
days.
we're going to be
And the
focusing
normal
on
user
today.
would have the
This is
device
the
for
group
at
that
least
brings to you the
2.33
smartphones.
days.
We also bring to you
Whereas
mobile
our
broadband
competitor,
devices,
the
home
iPhone,
internet access devices,
a heavy
and
user
brilliant high-speed
use his own
processors
iPhone
and
6
chips.
Plus for only a day,
Now,
and
Huawei,
a normal
as
user
a whole,
for
is a leading
1.53
ICT
of the day.
company in the world.
With the Mate 8, we then went a step further.
Currently, we've got
We have now
present in over
brought you
170
more efficiency
countries,
in
serving,
battery
a
usage.
third
This
of
device
the world's
gives you the
population.
ability to
We
use
made
it for
revenue
at
of
least
$30 billion in 2015,
of
and
2.2 days,
$5 billion
2.36 days in short
Ladies and
usage
gentlemen,
with this
showing
device.
our commitment
Meaning that
to
if you're
providing our customers with the
a
best
heavy
services
user,
and
you'll get
products
at least
year in, year out.
1.65 usage from the device. When you break this down,
Now,
you'll find
as the
something
consumer
very
business group,
interesting.
Currently, we are
Most
ranked
of you
as
are
number
very
one
familiar
in
with
terms of
that
market
image.
share in China.
Wireless. I'm
We
not
are
talking
currently
that
the
you're a
third
wireless
largest
person,
smartphone
no.
manufacturer
But what
in
I
the
mean
world.
is you're
We are
used to
closely
making
in
sure
on
that you carry your
Samsung
phone and
and
your
Apple.
power
So
bank.
what,
I
if you
greeted
manage
two of
to
my
invite
friends who
our
walked in
competitors
from the
here,
media
watch out,
house.
we are
They
closing
already
down.
had their power banks and they said it's their PowerPoint. Ladies and
We have
gentlemen,
also been
this is a
named
thing of
as
the
number
past with the Huawei
88
Mate
in the
8.
top 100 companies. So indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we are
This
committed
device
to
will
extend
give you up
mass
to
market.
98 hours of straight
We are
use.
partnering with some of the biggest
If
brands
you're
in the
calling
world. For
on a
instance,
3G
Huawei has
network,
manufactured
it will
a
give you up
handset
to
for Google.
28 hours
We've got
of
the navigation
3G
chip in the
straight
BMW,
calls.
in the Audi, in the
If you're
Mercedes-Benz,
browsing on a
also
4G
being
network,
manufactured
it gives you the
by Huawei.
capability to browse for up to 20 hours. And
Now,
if you're
for the past
streaming
5 years, as
from
the
high
consumer
definition
business, we
videos,
have
you get
realized
the opportunity to
remarkable
do so for
growth, in terms
17
of
hours.
revenue, in terms of shipments. In terms of
One
revenue,
interesting
in
new
2015,
feature on the
Huawei
Huawei Mate
realized a revenue of $20 billion.
This device has got what we call
In
rapid
terms of
charging.
shipments, in
What I mean by
2015,
rapid
we
charging
shipped
is
over 100
when you
million
charge it
units.
only for 30 minutes, it can give you power usage for a full day.
And then, in terms of market
You
share,
find that with
Huawei
most
is also
devices,
done,
at
as
30
of,
minutes, the iPhone 6 Plus
January,
is only going to give
worldwide,
you
we are paying
18% usage
11.1%
of the day.
market share.
The
And
Mate
in
7
China, we
is
are
going to give you
paying,
23% usage of the day. But with the
percent
Mate 8,
market share.
we did
And in
outdid
Zimbabwe,
ourselves,
according
and
to
we're now giving you 30
global
minutes,
research, we are currently
translating
sitting
to a
on
full day's
35%
worth of
market
work.
share.
I'm not sure people are not clapping
Our
because they're
growth
jealous or
has
they're
mainly been in
eager
the
to
middle to
purchase
high-end
one
smartphones.
or they're not satisfied.
In the high-end smartphones,
Moving forward, the next one is
our flagship
the
smartphones,
fourth
the
element
P7,
that I want to
we managed
touch
to
on the new
ship
style of business is what
$7.5
we
million,
call
so
convenient
it's
security.
7.5 million units. And
It's a
the
pity
Mate
that
7, we
the
managed to
state
ship
law
7 million
has
units.
now
For
gazetted
the
that
P8,
a
5
spouse
million
cannot
units
touch
and counting.
a phone or go through someone else's
for the
phone.
Mate 8, just
I
four
don't know
months,
whether that's good or bad,
we already shipped
but
3.4 million devices.
maybe Star FM DJs Pakistani would know better.
Now,
But
how have
with
we,
the
how has Huawei have
Mate
managed
8,
to
what we've
realize
done
so
is
much growth?
we've given you
As
what we call
Huawei,
an
we have
optimal
invested
balanced
a lot
experience.
in brand
What I mean by
awareness.
that, ladies
so now
and
you're looking
gentlemen,
at
is
brand awareness,
when you
being
design
enhanced in
a
Africa,
fingerprint
Latin America,
unlocking system
Western
or a
Europe,
fingerprint
the
level
Middle
unlocking
East,
system in
China,
the phone,
and the world
it comes
as
in
a
3
whole.
levels.
This
The
has been
first
achieved
generation
by
Mate
us,
7 only had what we call the
partnering
level 1 rigid
with
flow.
some of the biggest brands in the
Currently,
world.
phones
For
on the
instance,
market, like the
Huawei,
iPhone 6, they've got the level 1 rigid flow.
Huawei
But as
sponsored
Huawei, we took it
the-
2 steps
the Volts
ahead.
20
We not only brought in level
Shanghai
2
fashion event,
rigid formation,
we have
but we also went
engaged in
a
sponsoring
nudge
of
ahead,
the
and we
world's
now have the
biggest
level 3
Netherlands
rigid
event.
path
In Italy, we are sponsoring
deviation.
AC Milan.
What does that
In
mean?
England, we are
This
sponsoring,
simply means that when you're
Arsenal.
unlocking your phone, you're not going to be limited to
In
only
France, we are
unlocking it
sponsoring PSG.
in one way.
And closer
You
to
can
home,
either
in
unlock
South
it
Africa, we are
anyway,
sponsoring
or
IS
even
Data.
upside down. Your phone will still unlock. Because what it
Ladies and
recognizes
gentlemen,
are
number
the
one brand
characters
associated
or
with
the
number-
print
with the
on
number
your
one
fingerprint in terms of
player.
detail
We have just recently
and natural
named Lionel Messi as our
builds
brand
which
ambassador.
God created. While we're still on the high level of security,
Now,
the
where
new
from?
Mate 8
where to from here?
unlocking experience
As Huawei,
has been improved by 100% efficiency. Where it used to take you at least a quarter or a 0.5 of a second to unlock, now you're doing this in almost a flash of a second to unlock your device.
Our aim is to reach the stage where we are associated
with the same use of your fingerprint. One is able to go directly straight to their photo booth. One is able to even take a video simply by double clicking or double tapping where the fingerprint sensor is, and it takes you directly there, and you are not even limited by having to first press or go into the main menu where you have to look for your camera. But if I double press, I'm already on my camera, as you can see. The fingerprint also gives you privacy. I know a lot of people love privacy in their devices. Especially you might be a journalist, you might even be somebody who travels a lot, and even for business security. Because this is your way of doing business. When you lock your fingerprint, no one has the ability to use your device. I've got a little daughter, ladies and gentlemen. She loves playing with my phones. So I always have to make sure that when she gets to hold my phone, once I unlock it, I created a guest mode specifically just for her, so that she can go and play all the games and watch all the fun videos.
For those of you who don't understand Chinese, I know my Chinese is still a bit rusty,
because the last time she did that, I got a bill from Econet for over $80
to attending this beautiful launch.
Something that you all
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to dwell directly into my
The
presentation.
fingerprint also gives you what we call quick access for your camera
Huawei
shots and the call pickup
here
and
today
even the
to
alarm,
what we call
which is
a
already,
new
which I
style
already
of
explained,
business. And
available
we're doing
in
so
the
with the
GR
launch of our new Mate 8. But before I
More
go
on
straight
protection
into the
and
Mate
security.
8, I would have
The
you know that we
security
do
that is
have
in
the
the Mate
series
8
of what
gives
we
you
call
what we call
a new style
full
of doing business
encryption.
premium
This
devices.
means that you can
And I'm
lock
going to spend
your
at least
micro
a few
SD
minutes
card within
just
your
to
device.
educate you,
So if somebody
inform
opens
you,
your device
and
they
make
don't
sure
have
that
the
you
ability
become
to
avid
go into
buyers
your
and lovers
SD
of our
card,
devices.
whether they want to transfer information or files.
Furthermore,
You also have what we call
the first
secure
device that I'm going to
keyboard.
go on into
No one
is
can
called
just
the
access
Y6
or enter
Pro.
your phone by the use
Its
of your
key features are long-lasting battery and an outstanding 13 megapixel
style
camera.
of business is the efficient.
You'll find that the
business.
Y6 Pro is a new device that we have on the Zimbabwean market. This phone or this device can
I'm
give
trying
you
to
up to
beam
35 hours of heavy
images that I took
so that they can broadcast here, but technology
It also
is
has
slowing
what we
down.
call superior power for all day,
Nevertheless,
making your phone calls or any business transactions.
It has
Ladies
the
and
ability
gentlemen,
to work on a
The
charger
new style
and
of
also has the
business
ability
has
to
got
charge
what we call
other
the
devices
hands-free
when using it.
3.0. What this
The
basically
Y6
means
Pro
is
comes
your
heavily
device
equipped
can
with
record
a 13 megapixel
within
camera,
any setting,
which also
be it in a
has
meeting,
an
be it in an
f2.0
auditorium,
aperture.
or in a normal setting where someone is speaking like myself. It
The
gives
Huawei
you the
6
ability
Pro helps the
to
modern
choose
generation see
any
the world
set-
with a
a
lasting
certain
clarity.
particular voice that you
Clarity
want to
through
hear.
sophistication in taking
How this
the
is
best
done
images
is simply by the
and
use
making
of
sure
the
it
camera,
records
by the
the
use
timeless
of the
moments that you share
earphones,
in your life.
or by the use of the speakers that have been designed on this phone. It's got
You
a
can feel free
speaker
to
here,
clap, it's okay.
Here, and it's also got a speaker here, and the main one over here.
It also
this
has a
gives it what we
front-facing
call
camera, which is 5
120%
megapixel.
directional microphone mode.
With the 5
This
megapixel
directional microphone mode
front-facing
then
camera,
one
it is what we call an
voice
84-degree
you want to
selfie
hear
camera.
or you want to
This
listen to.
allows you to take
As an
clear,
example, Chris,
we're in a room
and
almost
Adam,
perfect
Renee,
still
and Tom.
images when you're taking your
Perhaps
selfies.
you want to listen
It
to
also
what
has what
Adam
we
is
call a
saying.
wide
The
range
Mate
of
8
photo
will
editing
record all
features.
three of these people as they're conversating in the room.
The
But
next
what
one
it
that I'm
then
going to
gives
go
you the
into
ability
is called
to
the
do
GR5.
is to listen to only what
Some have
Adam
called
was
this
saying
the mini
during
to
the
the
whole
Mate
conversation that was being
The
taken
GR5
place.
comes with a second generation fingerprint scanner.
This is what we call
This device
directional
gives you the
recording,
ability to
and
unlock
gives you
or to open it
it's smart
by the use
and
of
has
your fingerprint.
and no
It
noise
also has
suppression, allowing
a
it
long-lasting
to choose and make
3000
sure that the
milliamp hour
conversation
battery.
that you're listening to remains
It also
crisp.
comes in a sleek material
metallic body, and an outstanding
The other
30
ability
megapixel
that
camera.
is found on this exciting gadget is what we call
The second generation fingerprint scanner
You can
gives
focus
you more
on the
comfort
presentation.
and an accurate
One is
and natural
going to take
use with
a
the
document
shadow
of
of
that
touch
graph.
guide, where you
The
fit in
device
your fingerprint.
automatically
Hence,
realigns
we
the
call
image.
it
It gives you
from any
any
angle
angle
taken,
taken, whether it's on a
360
45-degree
sensor.
acute angle or an obtuse angle. It
Even
aligns
with
it,
sweaty
it
hands,
fills it out
one is able to
automatically.
unlock their device.
First, obviously,
Now
on
with
the
this
Huawei.
device, your login, like I mentioned, is through the use of your
The
fingerprint.
other interesting
You're able to
feature
use
found
any one
on
of
the
your key
Huawei
fingerprints
is what we
when
call
using it.
the knuckle
And then that fingerprint is stored in the device. That becomes your primary source of unlocking the device. By double tapping, it gives you clear notification through the use of your fingerprint. The left
With the
side
knuckle to
or the
capture,
right side
when you
does
double
not limit
knock
you
on your
whenever
device,
you decide
it
to
automatically
unlock your
unlocks.
device.
And this then gives you the ability
The long
to say,
press
most of
with
you
the
when you want to
fingerprint,
take a
then also
screenshot
gives
with
you
your
the
phone or
ability
you want to
to
crop
answer
a particular
voice calls
space
or
or
also
element
to
on your
silence
device,
an alarm. You're going to
or
need to
take
press the
photos.
power button. Most of us,
With
when
the
we're
Mate
asleep,
8, all you
the
simply
norm
do
is
is
your
trace
phone
with
rings,
your knuckle.
you don't feel like
You
getting
trace
out of
with
the
your
bed,
knuckle, but
but
you're
because
then
of
able
this
to
new
press
technology,
share
all you
and
need to
send
do
that
is just
particular
point your
image
fingerprint
that you've
on the
cropped
little
of
fingerprint
your device.
sensor, and voila, you're sorted. The GR5 also has
The other
a
interesting
long-lasting
feature
battery for 3,000
with this
milliamp
device
hours.
is
This
what we
comes
call the
with a
long
64
page
screen
capture.
chipset.
Most of us are very conversant.
This powerful
or familiar
chipset
with
is
what we call
produced
a
by one
selfie
of the best
or,
companies
360
which make open source
degree
markets
selfie where
called
one
Qualcomm.
takes,
They
the
make
whole
the
room
Snapdragon
continuously.
616.
Most
CPU
of the time,
with
you have
an
to be doing
Adreno
360
405
degree,
GPU
like what
for
I'm
running
doing right now.
applications at a high speed.
But with the Mate 8,
Let me unbundle that. In short,
you want to
your phone
take a very
performs
long
very
build.
fast.
There is no way you can go
It comes
360
with an
degrees
integrated
on a building that is
4G
going
LTE
vertical.
connectivity for fast
With
online
this new
access.
device, it gives you the
Being
ability
a manufacturer
to not
and a
on the
leader when
screen
it comes to network
continuously
infrastructure.
press, and then you are
We
able
also
to
decided
zoom
to
in as you
bring
can
out
see
a 4G
and take
LTE
the video all at
connectivity
once.
device. Now, because of the synergy with the infrastructure and the device, what this phone gives you the ability to do is it can choose the best network.
So the
and
beauty
it can
about the Mate
optimize
8,
your
you have
frequency
the
when using
ability
your
to
device,
crop your own
thereby
videos
saving your battery
through
power.
the use
I
of
think
double
that definitely
knocking is
deserves a
able
round of
to share
applause.
them. The sixth new style of doing business.
So with this long
is the
lasting
ability
battery,
to
you don't need
connect
to think.
worldwide.
The battery runs
with
up
this
to
device.
35 hours for
The
a moderate
Mate 8
user,
allows
and
you
also
the ability to
24 hours
connect to more than
heavy
200
usage.
countries. What do I mean by
Ladies
that?
and gentlemen,
In
as you can
technology,
see,
we
the
simply say
pretty office
the
lady,
global
that's one of our
connectivity, which is
staff
supported by
members,
the Mate 8,
taking a
supports
selfie
more
with the
bands than any other
GR5.
dual SIM device.
It
on the
also
market.
comes with a 5
It can
megapixel
support
front camera,
4
giving you an
2G bands,
8 degree
9
wide
3G
angle
bands,
lens.
18
The 13
4G
megapixel
bands,
camera comes, like I already
217
mentioned, with an
countries
f2.0
or
aperture
regions in terms of
stacked
coverage,
sensor.
and a total of 1,300.
This allows you the ability to take real-time face enhancement pictures which are crystal clear.
Now, because of its ability
With the pictures
to
in front of
choose
you,
a
you
network,
can see that the
roam
ability of the
internationally.
beautiful
There's
filter
an interesting
and the
feature on
stabilizer
the
in this device
we call it
is
the
the
roaming
roaming
experience.
and after. Adds clarity
As you can see,
to any picture.
That's Edward. That's
For
a
those of
screenshot
you
of
who
my
are
phone
avid
taken
cookers
earlier on today.
at home,
Edward
you always want
is
to make
my-
sure that you have a portrait
my
of
black
all your
brother before
images
comic
of what
pasta,
you cook,
and
and
he
store those
used to
in
be
your
called
GR5.
Simbarashi, he's now called Edward. For those of you
With
who
every
don't
device
catch
that
it,
we
maybe after
bring
the
to the
presentation.
market as Huawei.
Now what happens
We've
is
got
Edward is an
competition.
American. As you can see, that's an
We
American
don't
number.
believe
So I've
Samsung
got
is our
Edward's number
competition.
saved in my device.
We believe we
All
are
I
racing
need to
against
do
time in
is
technology.
dial the number as
But
is.
because
As you
Samsung
can see,
feels
there's
that
no
they are
country
trying
code.
to compete
But
with
because
us,
the Huawei
we thought it
Mate
best
8 is
to do
super
a comparison
intelligent. It will
between the
automatically
GR5
pick
and
the
the
network
Samsung
or the
J7.
frequency in which the
You
numbers
find
are
that the
configured.
GR5
The
comes
one
with a
on
5.5
its
inch Full HD screen. The Samsung
And now
also
we've
comes
got a
with a
smiling
5.5
Edward
Super
AMOLED
AMOLED screen.
to his brother.
It's good enough.
Robert.
The GR5 comes with a fingerprint sensor.
The seventh
The
feature
Samsung
on the
J7
of doing
does not give you the
business is
ability
stunning
to have
photography
privacy in your phone.
available
Hence,
on the
it does not have
Huawei
a fingerprint
Mate 8.
sensor. a sensor.
I believe
So
this
this
device
GR5
is what I would
ready.
call
the device that is
the
going to
GR5
seize the
also
moment.
comes in
Why
a
I say
fully
so?
polished this
Metal
device
body.
comes with the innovative
The
OIS
Samsung
technology,
J7 comes
which
in a
gives you
plastic
up to 6
body.
3-axle aspherical
The
lenses
difference
to improve
for
on the
the
clarity
best reason
and
why you
also
want
to
a
make
metal
sure
body
that
phone.
the
Number one,
anti-shake on the device
the
has
phone
been
does not
reduced.
heat up. as
With
fast.
most devices,
Number two,
the anti-shake is usually
your image
1.2
is not distorted in any way when using
with the
your
Mate
device.
7. But what we
So
did
that's
is
the
with the
disadvantage
Mate
of the
8 we took
plastic
it to
body.
1.5, meaning that when you're taking a shot, when you're
Ladies
shaking,
and gentlemen,
automatically
those are the two
stabilizes
devices
itself
that
and gives you
come
the best
in
clarity
supporting the
in
new style of
that
business.
image.
But before I go into my main presentation, which is the Mate
Because
8,
of the state of the art
allow
sensor
me
found on the Huawei
to
Mate
play
8,
a short video
made under our own housemanship, the Kirin under Huawei,
Huawei
technology.
Mate 8.
This state-of-the-art sensor was a partnership with Sony, and what it simply does is it increases the performance and the clarity of your images by over 23%.
When you're
And
looking
it then gives
at
you
a
a
new style
dynamic
of
range
business,
of up to 20%.
when you're looking at how you're going
As you
to
can
present
see
yourself,
with the Mate 7,
be it in photography,
it was not as good.
be it in
1.3,
business style, be it in personal representation,
0.05,
one
and
needs
now
a
we've
device
increased
that's
it
going to
by
add
an
value.
extra
We know
3%.
that as people
So the Mate 8
spend
is
a lot of
really
money
a new standard.
purchasing devices,
We won't talk
cell
much
phones
about
or
the
tablets,
iPhone 6
the
Plus.
key thing that one
I'm
is
hoping
looking
maybe
for is
the
the iPhone 7.
We're talking
would be
about
value,
competition.
where your presentation that you're going to showcase looks stunning. Where the device that you're using, even when you show it in the presence of
processing
people,
chip
they know that you're
available
serious about business.
on the Huawei Mate 7.
Here bringing you today with
gives
the
you,
Huawei Mate 8, ladies and
proprietary in
gentlemen.
terms of
We want to
processing
show you
bandwidth
that this
up
is
to
the best
400%.
device that is going to
This
change
gives,
and revolutionize
it has what
the
we
world.
call a 14-bit
The Mate 8
precision.
obviously
Dedicated
has a lot of
specifically
essence in
just
it.
for the
When I
acceleration
mean essence, I'm not just talking
your
about
images,
essence that you smell in
acceleration
food.
of the
Trust me, you can
processing
also
chip.
smell the
And
essence in the
I'll
Huawei.
have you know, this CPU is a Core i5.
There are a lot of
I can
features
assure
that I
you
can
this
possibly
performs
go
better
into
than
when I
most
speak
of
about
the
the Mate
laptops
8,
currently
but I'm just going
available
to
in your
focus on the
boxes
key
or
8
boxes.
that
That's why
I feel
we call
before
it
you leave
style.
today, you need to know. You find
Because
that
of the
the
chip
first one,
available in this
the
device,
Huawei Mate
it
8
has what
has
we
got
call
a
a
gorgeous
high-speed
display.
autofocus. The phase detection
You'll
with
have the
autofocus
ability to
gives you
touch and
proper
feel and
contrast
experience
and
this
creates
device.
clarity
The Mate
in
8
the
has
image.
what we call an innovation of essence in the gorgeous display.
As you can see,
this
because
display
of the
is
new
good to do business.
autofocus available
First
in
of
this,
all,
we've taken it.
It
a
gives
step
you what
higher.
I call
in the Mate
the
7,
new
we had the
groundbreaking
Image Smart
high contrast
2.0.
display
Now we have Image
of up
Smart
to 95%
4.0.
clarity.
The two
in
images that you
images.
see, the one on the right,
The
my
color
right,
saturation
possibly,
is
yes,
groundbreaking
my right is
in
the
the
Mate
Huawei
8.
Mate 8.
The one with the lady that is blurred is from a competitor's
Apart
device.
from just the gorgeous look of the Huawei Mate 8, this device is
So
possibly
the Mate
what we call
8 gives you more
big
clarity
yet small.
and image
Let me
smartness.
explain what
It
that
gives you
means.
automatic scenario
The predecessor,
detection,
the
meaning
Mate
that
7,
whenever you're choosing
also
or taking
possibly
images,
one of the
you are
best
able to
devices that
zoom
has won
into
a lot of
particular
awards,
person
was
or a
81
particular
millimeters
element of that
and had a
6
6-inch
and then
screen.
you can zoom it.
What
and
we
it
then
gives you clarity.
decided to do is make
It
sure
also
that we
has
still
what
give
we
you
call
the
an
same
enhanced
look, the
3A
same size
algorithm.
screen, but making the device slightly smaller. We have now
This
made the
enhanced
Mate
clarity
8 coming out
gives
with
you
at least
better
80.6
viewership
millimeters.
in terms of
We've
when
dropped
you take an
the
image,
size
the
of the
clarity
body,
is seen,
but
especially
maintained
in
the
low-
same
low
essence
light
in terms of the
conditions.
clarity and what you're able to
The
feel
low light
from the
conditions,
screen.
as you can see with the ceiling of that building,
This
you are
compact
able to
design
focus and see
fits
clarity.
right in your hand
Furthermore,
and in your pocket.
The
It
instant
embraces
focus in
the
the
whole
processor
big screen
gives you the
without
ability
burden.
to see the clarity of the birds.
It's not just
More
about
so
the
even
phone,
on the building,
but the big
and the
screen
people
is about
that are
your
inside.
clarity and your style of doing business.
Last but not least,
The
also
next
has
step,
the remarkable
the second
noise
one,
reduction.
is what we call the high
Now one is
performance.
wondering,
Never
is the
slows
noise
down
in the image or in
and also
people?
remains cool.
We are talking
explain
about
this
noise reduction in terms
second
of aperture
high performance
taking
image
images.
and winning
Then gives you
element of
clarity
the Mate
and
8.
crisp
Allow me to
precision
also play
in
the
everything
next
that you're
video.
showcasing. I think the guys in media would
通信
understand this.
点进方向，把握方向，然后把握标准路标的这样的一个 个角色，我们承担起这个责任来。
And engineers want to work on the most advanced products, they want to work on the most challenging designs, have the opportunity to innovate, and we have that here at Huawei.
It was hard to imagine a few years ago that we would reach such a level of performance at such a low power consumption point inside a smartphone.
就是以科技造福于人类这样的一个精神，去思考下一代移动通信系统如何成为社会的生产生活发展的一个基础平台。
By the curves that are found in this device, the curves are, have you know, are very slick. They are very smooth, and with the polished metal, this gives you the ability to hold the device and not drop it. Continuous high performance available on the market come with Huawei as a team, or convex, and we decided to come up with the Kirin
The challenge is
950 chip.
to achieve
This chip allows you or gives you
while
the
you are
increased
possibly walking,
performance
or while
of the
you're even
device,
sitting. You might
because we
need to
believe
use
that
both
if we're going
hands.
to make
But
a
with the
top
Mate
class,
8,
a premium,
you're
a
able
new
to
style
do
of
all
doing
your
business
business
device,
by simply
it
holding
needs
the
to
device
perform
in your hand
to the best
because of the
levels.
curves
It gives you the
that
ability to run
perform.
multiple applications, up to over 15
Furthermore,
applications
the
with
exquisite
detail
outcome,
slowing
which
down
is seen on
your
this device.
processing,
It has
which
what
is
we
done
call
by
the
the device.
micrometer grade brushed.
This
metal
device
sides.
also
These
gives
metal
you
sides give
what
it
we
a
call
robust look,
GPU
the premium
performance,
look, which
meaning
is
that it
timeless in
increases
its
the
essence
power
and its
performance
business.
of the device.
Smooth,
This
deep,
device, when used
blasted
even
gray,
for
also
full day
gives you the
capacity,
clarity
does not heat
whenever
up.
you're
It
looking
remains
at it.
cool and well below
Because
your
of the
body
shape
temperature.
of the Huawei Mate 8, most focus is just on your screen. So one is not limited in terms
Why
of looking
this
at the
device remains
in as
cool
far as the
is a
shape
question
or
that most of you are
the
possibly
front
asking.
end or the bottom
It's
end.
very simple.
But the LCD,
The smart
on its own
thermal
resonates
control
in giving you
has
total
got what we call
360
6 layers.
degree clarity
These
in
6
any way
layers
that you're
of
looking
thermal
at it.
mechanics conduct or bring about what we call a highly conductive
also have, you know,
DX19
the
material,
Mate 8
which was used
the only
when
device
manufacturing
on the
this
market
device.
that comes
Because of that,
with what we
the
call
device
a
will always
mocha
remain
brown.
cool.
The mocha
A
brown
very new
is the
revolutionary
color
trend
that comes
that is being
with
brought
the gold
about by
bezel
Huawei.
surrounding the
The
camera.
high performance, therefore,
This
does not
device
always
is
mean
also
hot.
available
So together with
in
this
champagne
new
gold,
mechanical
it's
and
also
thermal
available
design,
in
your
moonlight
Mate 8,
silver
like the one that I'm
and
holding,
space gray,
can
like
run
the one
fast
that I'm
but
holding.
always stay cool. The next feature is possibly one of my
The next
favorites
question.
on the Huawei
Where
Mate
did you
8.
buy the device?
It's called the long-lasting battery.
Huawei
more
is
than 2 days of
partnered
uninterrupted
with
performance.
Econet, we've partnered with Spellbound, we're available in Detroit.
You will find that with
Most
the
and some of our
Huawei
devices are also available
Mate
in
7.
Telecel. They're also
A
available
normal
in Net1.
user
We also have
was
what we
lasting
call Huawei Premium
or had the
stores.
device working for
We're
at least
also available
2.3
in most, if
days.
not all, the key
and then a heavy
retail clothing stores in Zimbabwe.
Heavy
Without
user
forgetting one
was
of
using the
possibly
device
biggest
for at least
fixed mobile,
1.38 days.
and
And a normal
broadband
user would have the
companies
device for
Tel
at
One.
least 2.33
We also partnered
days.
with PowerTel,
Whereas our
Voltec,
competitor,
Kmart,
the iPhone,
Topics. So in essence,
a heavy user
Huawei is
would
available
use
in well
his
over
own iPhone
200
6
stores
Plus
for
in
only
a
across
day,
Zimbabwe.
and a normal user for 1.53
Should you have
of the
any
day.
challenges with your device,
With the Mate
I
8,
know some
we then went
people
a
can
step
possibly
further.
drop their device.
We have
sit
now
on their
brought
device,
you
drop
more
their water,
efficiency
and
in
it
battery
needs
usage.
urgent attention.
This device
Our
gives you the
devices
ability to
can be
use it
taken
for at
to
least
our authorized service
2.36
agents.
of
We do have
2.2
in
days,
Zimbabwe.
2.36
The
days
first
in
one
short
is what we call the
usage
mobile clinic.
with this
They are
device.
available on
Meaning that
72
if you're
Cameroon,
a heavy user,
all
you'll get at
cell
least
services.
1.65
Cell services
usage from the
and
device.
being our longest partner in as far as service.
When you
is
break this
concerned.
down,
we
you
do
find
have a
something
hotline
very
number.
interesting.
This hotline number is
Most of you are
call
very
center
familiar with that
which is
image.
routed to South Africa,
Wireless.
but
I'm not talking that you're a
allows
wireless
and
person, no.
addresses any one of
But
the
what I
concerns
mean is you're
with
used to
regards
making
to
sure that you carry your
devices.
phone and your power bank. I greeted 2 of my friends
The
who walked in
prices.
from the media house. They already had their power banks and we were saying,
I'll
is
start
there
with
power
the
banks?
Y6 Pro.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
Y6
this is a
Pro
thing of the past
will
with
be
the Huawei Mate.
available at a recommended retail price of $220. That's a
This
2
device will
phone,
give you up to
98
98
GB
hours
expandable
of straight
up to
music.
64 gig.
The
If you're calling
GR5
on a
is
3G
available
network,
at
it
a
will give
recommended
you up
retail
to
price
28
of
hours of 3G
$355
straight calls.
The Huawei
If you're
Mate
browsing on a
like the one
4G
I have,
network, it gives you
is
the
going to be
capability to
available
browse for up
on
to
the
20
Zimbabwe
hours.
market for $650.
If you're streaming from
But
high definition
just
videos,
because
you
all
get
of
the
you
opportunity
came here
to do
today,
so for
I
17
think I want
hours.
to give you all a special gift.
One interesting
When you
new
go
feature
and
on
you
the
decide
Huawei Mate
to
8
purchase the Huawei,
this
Mate
device
8
is what we call rapid charging. What I mean by rapid charging is
If you go and
when
you
you
decide
charge
to
it
purchase
for
the
30
Huawei
minutes,
Mate 8
it can give you
from
power
today
usage
up
for a
till
full
the
day.
31st of this
You
month,
find that with most
everyone
devices
here
is walking away
at
with
30
a cash
minutes,
voucher of
the iPhone
$50
6
Plus is only
that
going to
retail
give you
recommended
18% usage of the day. The Mate 7 is going to give you 23% usage of the day.
And
But with the Mate
unfortunately,
8,
it doesn't
outdid
go
ourselves
for the
we're now giving you
GR5 or
30
the
minutes,
Y6 Pro.
translating to a full
We can
day's
talk
worth
after
of
the
work.
presentation.
I'm not sure people are not clapping because they're jealous,
Right.
or
Maybe
maybe
before
before
I
I go into the next
purchase
step, ladies
one,
and gentlemen,
or they're not
allow me
satisfied.
to play the last video, and then I'll officially
Moving forward,
launch.
the next
and
one
give you
is
hands to the Huawei
the fourth
Mate 8. element that I want to touch on the new style of business. Security. It's a pity that the state law
Huawei
is
Mate
now
8.
gazetted that the spouse cannot touch a phone or go through someone else's phone. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but
With a 6-inch Full HD
maybe
display
Star FM DJs
with
from China would know
95%
better.
color saturation,
But with the Huawei Mate 8, what we've done
Lightning
is
quick
we've given you
octa-core
an
processor.
optimal balance
a
experience.
true
What I
breakthrough
mean
in
by that
power and
is
efficiency,
when you design a
long-lasting battery with
unlocking system or a fingerprint level unlocking system in a phone,
Pixel camera.
it comes in 3 levels. The first
outstanding imaging
generation Mate 7
capabilities,
only had what we
dual
call level
4G
1
SIM cards
flow.
connecting to 20 bands.
Currently, phones on the market like the iPhone 6, they've got the level 1 rigid flow. But as Huawei, we took it 2 steps ahead. We not only brought in level 2 rigid formation, but we also went a nudge ahead, and we now have the level 3 rigid using our Huawei deviation. What does that mean? This simply means that when you're unlocking your phone, you're not going to be limited to only unlocking it in one way. You can either unlock it anyway or even upside down. Your phone will still unlock.
Wonderful
Because
presentation
what it
by
recognizes
Mr. Robert
are the
Maoko.
characters or the print on
I
the
do have to say, the
phone,
fingerprint is something
detail
that caught my eye.
and
Because I'm
natural
always one person who doesn't want anything to do
build
with fingerprints
which God
aside
created.
from using my phone. No police, no clearance.
While we're still on the high level of security,
We're going to introduce
the new Mate
brand
8
ambassadors for the Huawei
unlocking experience
Mate 8.
has been
in no
improved
particular
by
order.
100%
I'm gonna start off
efficiency.
with,
Where it used to take you
Russo.
at least
So,
a quarter
please,
or a
round of applause
fifth
for
of a
Mr.
second
Russo.
to unlock. Now you're doing this
Very
with
popular
a
musician
flash
and
of a
producer.
system to unlock your device.
The next one is the comic pasta.
With the same
Maoko
use of the
for comic
fingerprint,
pasta.
one is able to go directly straight
I know
to
there's
the
a couple of
photo
jokes
booth.
inside
One
it.
is able to even take a video simply by double
always,
clicking or double tapping where the fingerprint
stuff
sensor
about,
is, and it takes you
CNN.
directly there,
Shout
and you are
out
not
to
even limited by
everyone.
having to first press or go into the main
last but
menu
not least,
where you have to look for your camera.
totally
But if I
defined
double
from
press,
CFM stereo
I'm already
station,
on my
another
camera, as you
station,
can see.
Station with all the stars and all the power.
The fingerprint also gives
A round of
you
applause for
privacy.
Ruben Koparela.
I know a lot of people love privacy in their devices. Especially you might
A
be a
wonderful lady I
journalist,
watched her grow in
you
the
might
industry.
even be somebody who
Of course, I
travels
was
a
watching
lot,
her. I was
and even
on
for
my
business
birthday.
security.
I was
Because
very
this is
happy.
your way of doing business.
Going on.
When you lock your fingerprint, no one has the ability
So these
to
are
use
brand
the
ambassadors. A
device.
round of applause for the
I've made
brand
little daughters
ambassadors
at home.
who are
She
here
loves playing with
this
my
evening.
phone. So I always have to make sure that when she
Maybe a few words
holds my
from,
phone,
the brand
once I
ambassadors,
unlock
ladies
it, I've
first.
created a guest mode specifically
first.
just for her,
No.
so that she can go and play all the games
Start off
and
with
watch
copycat.
all the fun videos. But this does not allow her to go and make
Good
phone
evening, ladies and
calls
gentlemen.
by mistake. Because the last time she did that,
want to
I got a
first
bill
give,
from Econet for
Alright,
over
should we
$80.
sing first?
I don't
This is
think
not a
that
joke.
is something that you
Most of you thinking it's a joke. No, this is not a joke. I'm now a brand ambassador.
The fingerprint also gives you what we call a quick access for your camera shot and a call pickup and even the alarm, which I already explained, available in the GR5.
I'm a brand ambassador, and we just want to say thank you to
more on protection and security.
I have to learn till I know how to pronounce it. I'll be preaching about it in every sermon.
This means
I'll
that
try and not find a place in the Bible that supports this device.
So if somebody opens the device, they don't have the ability to go into your SD card, whether they want to transfer.
A few words from Mr. Russo. Any words from you? Aren't you excited to get this device?
You also have what we call a secure keyboard. No one can just access or enter your phone by the use of your keyboard.
We're really excited, and
the fifth style of business is the efficient business clear note sharing.
Shared by nature. We're going to be singing about it. Thank you.
I'm trying to bring
background support to the brand ambassadors. I know the Iron Lady doesn't want to say anything. Not even a train can stop it though. But anyway, big round of applause to the 3 brand ambassadors. Thank you so much for gracing us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and we hope we will be seeing
the new style of business
you use the
what we
Huawei
call a hands-free 3.0.
Again, we're streaming live on social media. We are on technomag.co.zw, and the hashtag is
any setting,
hashtag Huawei Mate 8 ZW, hashtag the new style of the business.
Like myself, it gives you the ability to
Moving
choose any a certain particular voice that you want to hear.
Director, Mr. Victor.
How this is done is simply by the use of the camera, by the use of the earphones, or by the use of the speakers that have been designed on this phone. It's got a speaker here, and it's also got a speaker here, and the main one over here. So this gives it what we call 120% directional microphone mode. This directional microphone mode then picks up one exquisite voice that you feel you want to hear or you want to listen to. As an example, we're in a room, we've got Adam, Renee, and Tom. Perhaps you want to listen to what Adam is saying. The Mate 8 will record all 3 of these people as they're conversating in the room. But what it then gives you the ability to do is to listen to only what Adam was saying during the whole conversation that was taking place within the room. This is what we call directional recording, and it gives you, it's smart and it has a noise suppression, allowing it to choose and make sure that the conversation that you're listening to remains crisp and clear. The other ability that is found on this exciting gadget is what we call document readjustment. If you can focus on the presentation, one is going to take a document of that graph. The device automatically realigns the image from any angle taken, whether it's on a 45-degree acute angle or an obtuse angle. It aligns it and fills it up automatically. First, obviously, on the Huawei. The other interesting feature found on the Huawei is what we call the knuckle to capture. Technology. With the knuckle to capture, when you double knock on your device, it automatically unlocks. And this then gives you the ability to say, most of you, when you want to take a screenshot with your phone or you want to crop a particular space or an element on your device, you're going to need to press the power button. With the Mate 8, all you simply do is you trace with your knuckle. When you trace with your knuckle, you're then able to press share and send that particular image that you've cropped off your device. The other interesting feature with this device is what we call the long page screen capture. Most of us are very conversant or familiar with what we call a selfie, or a 360-degree selfie where one takes the whole room continuously. most of the time you have to be doing a 360 degree, like what I'm doing right now. But with the Mate 8, you want to take a very long building. There is no way you can go 360 degrees on a building that is going vertically, correct? With this new device, it gives you the ability to knock on the screen, continuously press, and then you're able to zoom in, as you can see, and take the video all at once. So the beauty about the Mate 8, you have the ability to crop your own videos through the use of double knocking, and you're able to share them. The sixth new style of doing business feature is the ability to connect worldwide with this device. The Mate 8 allows you the ability to connect to more than 200 countries. What do I mean by that? In technology, we simply say the global connectivity, which is supported by the Mate 8, supports more bands than any other dual SIM device on the market. It can support 4 2G bands, 9 3G bands, 18 4G bands, 217 countries or regions in terms of coverage, and a total of 1,334 carriers globally. That is definitely a win for the Mate 8. Now, because of its ability to choose a network and roam internationally, there's an interesting feature on the Mate 8. We call it the roaming experience. As you can see, that's Edward. That's a screenshot of my phone taken earlier on today. Edward is my black brother. Before Comic Pastor touched him, he used to be called Simbarashe. He's now called Edward. For those of you who didn't catch it, see me after the presentation. Now what happens is Edward is an American. As you can see, that's an American number. So I've got Edward's number saved in my device. All I need to do is dial the number as is. As you can see, there's no country code. But because the Huawei Mate 8 is super intelligent, it will automatically pick up the network or the frequency in which the numbers are configured and add the one on its own. And now we've got a smiling Edward who's connected to his brother in Zimbabwe, Robert. The seventh feature on the new style of doing business is the stunning photography available on the Huawei Mate 8. I believe this device is what I would call the device that is going to seize the moment. Why I say so? This device comes with the innovative OIS technology, which gives you up to 6 3-axis aspherical lenses to improve on the clarity and also to make sure that the anti-shake on the device has been reduced. With most devices, the anti-shake is usually 1.2 with the Mate 7, but what we did is with the Mate 8, we took it to 1.5, meaning that when you're taking a shot, when you're shaking, it automatically stabilizes itself and gives you the best clarity when taking a picture for that image. Because of the state-of-the-art sensor found on the Huawei Mate 8, made under our own housemanship, the Kirin under Huawei technology, this state-of-the-art sensor was a partnership with Sony, and what it simply does is it increases the performance and the clarity of your images by over 23%, and it then gives you a dynamic range of up to 20%. As you can see with the Mate 7, it was not as good, 1.3, 0.05, and now we've increased it by an extra 3%. So the Mate 8 is really a new stunner. We won't talk much about the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm hoping maybe the iPhone 7 would be better competition. The processing chip available
on the Huawei Mate 7 gives you proprietary in terms of processing bandwidth of up to 400%. This gives, it has what we call a 14-bit precision, dedicated specifically just for the acceleration of your images, acceleration of the processing chip. And I would have you know, this CPU is a Core i5. I can assure you this performs better than most of the laptops that you currently own in your offices or in your homes. That's why we call it the new style of doing business. Because of the chip available in this device, it has what we call a hybrid autofocus. The phase detection in the autofocus gives you proper contrast and creates clarity in any image. As you can see, because of the new autofocus available in this, we've taken it a step higher. In the Mate 7, we had the Image Smart 2.0. Now we have Image Smart 4.0. The two images that you see, the one on the right, my right, possibly, yes, my right is the Mate 8. The one with the lady that is blurred is from a competitor's device. So the Mate 8 gives you more clarity and image smartness. It gives you automatic scenario detection, meaning that whenever you're choosing or taking images, you are able to zoom into a particular person or a particular element of that image, and then you can zoom it and it gives you clarity for it. It also has what we call an enhanced 3A algorithm. This enhanced clarity gives you better viewership, or in terms of when you take an image, the clarity is seen especially in low light conditions. The low light conditions, as you can see with the ceiling of that building, you are able to still focus and see the clarity. Furthermore, the instant focus in the processor gives you the ability to see the clarity of the birds, more so even on the building and the people that are inside that image. Last but not least, it also has the remarkable noise reduction. Now one is wondering, is the noise in the image or in people? We are talking about noise reduction in terms of the aperture when it's taking images. It then gives you clarity and crisp precision in everything that you're showcasing. I think the guys in media would understand this a lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, the last style of doing business as a key point that I need to make mention of, which is the 8th one, is what I call the standout. Whenever you're doing something in life, if it's not going to stand out and bring you the success that you desire to do it with, it's not worth doing. We at Huawei decided to say that when we're creating the Mate 8, we need to make a device that expresses yourself, your way, your style of doing business, and also stands out. This was done by the curves that are found in this device. The curves, I'll have you know, are very slick, they are very smooth, and with the polished metal, this gives you the ability to hold the device and not drop it. Most devices available on the market come with a concave or a convex shape, which is very bulky. The challenge is you're not able to achieve any business operations while you're possibly walking or while you're even seated. You might need to use both hands. But with the Mate 8, you're able to do all your business activities by simply holding the device in your hand because of the curves that this phone possesses. Furthermore, the exquisite detail which is seen on this device, it has what we call the micrometer grade brushed metal sides. These metal sides give it a robust look, a premium look, which is timeless in its essence and in its business style. The smooth bead blasted ray also gives you the clarity whenever you're looking at your device. Because of the shape of the Huawei Mate 8,
most focus is just on your screen. So one is not limited in terms of looking at the device in as far as the shape or the front end or the bottom end, but the LCD on its own resonates and giving you total 360-degree clarity in any way that you're looking at the device. I'll also have you know, the Mate 8 is the only device on the market that comes with what we call a mocha brown. The mocha brown is a color, and that comes with a gold bezel surrounding the camera. This device is also available in champagne gold. It's also available in moonlight silver and space gray, like the one that I'm holding. The next question, where do you buy the device? Huawei is partnered with Econet, we've partnered with Spellbound, we're available in Truworths. Most and some of our devices are also available in Telecel. They're also available at Net1. We also have what we call Huawei Premium stores. We're also available in most, if not all, the key retail clothing stores in Zimbabwe, without forgetting one of possibly the biggest fixed mobile broadband company, Tel1. We also have partnered with PowerTel, Goldtech, OKMart, Topics. So in essence, Huawei is available in well over 200 stores in and across Zimbabwe. Should you have any challenges with your device, I know some people can possibly drop their device, they can sit on their device, drop it in water, and it needs urgent attention. Our devices can be taken to our authorized service agents. We do have 2 in Zimbabwe, and the first one is what we call the mobile clinic. They're available on 72 Cameron Street, or Cell Services. Cell Services have been our longest partner in as far as service and support is concerned. We do have a hotline number. This hotline number is a call center which is routed to South Africa, but allows and addresses any one of your concerns with regards to any one of our devices. The prices. I'll start with the Y6 Pro. The Y6 Pro will be available at a recommended retail price of $230. That's a 2 GB phone with a 16 GB expandable slot up to 64 gig. The GR5 is available at a recommended retail price of $355. The Huawei Mate 8, like the one I have, is going to be available on the Zimbabwean market for $650. But just because all of you came here today, I think I want to give you all a special gift. When you go and you decide to purchase the Huawei Mate 8, if you go and you decide to purchase the Huawei Mate 8 from today up till the 31st of this month, everyone in here is walking away with a cash voucher of $50 off that retail recommended price. And unfortunately, it doesn't go for the GR5 or the Y6 Pro. We can talk after the presentation. Right, maybe before I go into the next step, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to play the last video, and then I'll officially launch and give you hands to the Huawei Mate 8.
The Huawei Mate 8. With a 6-inch Full HD display, with 95% color saturation. Lightning quick octa-core processor, a true breakthrough in power and efficiency. Long-lasting battery with camera with outstanding imaging capabilities. Dual 4G SIM cards connecting to 20 bands.
Zimbabwe. Before I leave, we have key people that we want to honor as our own brand ambassadors who are going to be using our Huawei devices. Maybe if I can invite Mr. Teach Maoni to the MC to come and invite the 3 brand ambassadors, and we'll welcome them to the podium as they come and receive their devices.
A round of applause for the wonderful presentation by Mr. Robert Bonye. Maoko, Maoko. I do have to say, the fingerprints are something that caught my eye, because I'm always one person who doesn't want anything to do with fingerprints aside from using my phone. No police, no clearance, nothing. I want my fingerprints to myself. We're going to introduce brand ambassadors for the Huawei Mate 8 in no particular order. I'm going to start off with Russo. So, please, a round of applause for Mr. Russo, a very popular musician and producer. The next one is the Comic Pasta. Maoko Maoko for our Comic Pasta. I know he's got a couple of jokes inside him tonight. He's always saying stuff about ZFM. Shout-outs to everyone. And last but not least, a colleague of mine from ZFM Stereo, the station that other stations love to listen to, the station with all the stars and all the power. Ruveneko Parirenyatwa. A round of applause for Ruveneko Parirenyatwa. A wonderful lady. I've watched her grow in the industry. Of course, I was just watching her. I wasn't, not like every day. I was doing some other things, working, also going home, and yeah. So these are our brand ambassadors. A round of applause for the 3 brand ambassadors who are here this evening. Maybe a few words from the brand ambassadors. Ladies first. Ladies first? No. Okay, gentlemen. We'll start off with the Comic Pasta.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Or you want to first give, all right, should we sing first? This is not a joke. Most of you thinking it's a joke. No, this is not a joke. I'm now a brand ambassador for Marine Wedding on Huawei. So yeah, it all depends on the number of teeth in your mouth. Pakistan, I know you call it Huawei as well, but Huawei, whatever it is. But I'm a brand ambassador, and we just want to say thank you to Huawei. I have to learn till I know how to pronounce it. I'll be preaching about it in every sermon. I'll try and find a verse in the Bible that supports this device.
A few words from Mr. Russo. Any words from you? Aren't you excited to get this device?
I just want to say it's really an honor to be part of the Huawei family. We're really excited, and we're going to preach about Huawei everywhere we go. Seven Huawei music, we're going to be singing about it. Thank you.
Maoko, big round of applause to the brand ambassadors. I know the Iron Lady doesn't want to say anything tonight. Not even a train can stop her though. But anyway, big round of applause to the 3 brand ambassadors. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And we hope we will be seeing you use the Huawei Mate 8. Again, we're streaming live on social media. We are on technomag.co.zw, and the hashtag is hashtag Huawei Mate 8 ZW, hashtag the new style of business. Moving on. We're currently going to invite the country director, Mr. Victor, to come up and give us a few words.